Hello and welcome, I am Raziel, and so, we got the brand new faction from Conquest coming, and apparently another one as well, which would be super cool, and I'm excited to hear it, and I'm excited to see a company grow. I think it's always great when companies grow and we see lots more new things coming out, not just new models for existing factions, we see new models for new factions, and I think this is awesome. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And then I was thinking, why am I now more excited for something War Cradle releases or something Mantic, Warlord Games, Parabellum Games? When I see their releases, I get really excited. I'm like, woohoo, I love this. This is great. I'm excited for this. And when I see Games Workshop drop something, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, fine. This is a model. Yay. Good for you. Aren't you special? And I never get that feeling of excitement anymore. And I was trying to go, wait. So, Raziel, why is this? Why are you excited for the Yunori, the new Conquest starter pack? Even though you don't like Armoured Clash, why are you looking forward to a new Enlightened for Armoured Clash? I don't like painting the miniatures. The game's fantastic. Painting the miniatures is just not my thing. I know that's it. Okay, that's when it comes down to Clash. It's painting the miniatures. The game's great. Painting that scale, no, not for me. Not for me. Could be for you, but not for me. Mantic, new King's War stuff, and new Firefight stuff, Warlord Games, they release new Judge Dredd, new... Even though I'm not a big fan of Bolt Action, but I'm looking forward to Conflict 47 coming, and it's just really, really excited. And then I kind of realised, Games Workshop can't build anticipation. They sort of fail at that part of marketing. See, a lot of marketing is excitement, getting people really hyped up for that product. And Games Workshop, they think they can do hype, but they don't. It's always reliant on other YouTubers, third parties, people they don't even pay to do it. And they kind of completely fail. Now, let me get this straight. Games Workshop, fine, a good company, whatever. Bad company, whatever, right? This is why they fail. We got the Las Vegas Open next weekend. Or this weekend. One of these weekends. A weekend. And we're going to see reveals. And I can guarantee this right now. One of those reveals, something they're going to hype up really bigly. And bigly? That's not a word. It is now. That's a word. Bigly. Really well. Hugely hype it up. And it will be out next week. It'll be out for pre-order next week. We see this every time with a new reveal on a tournament, on an open, whatever. Adepticon, doesn't matter. We will see this so many times, and yet this is what's wrong with it. It's like, oh, look at this great model, it's this great army, yay, woo, and it's like, wow, okay, fine. And then it's you start building your hype up for it, and it's like, it'll be out next week. It's like, wait, what? And you're sort of like, your anticipation sort of falters and stops because all of a sudden it's available and you can buy it. Well, if the stock's in, but that's it. Whereas Conquest, and what they do is they'll announce a product. It goes on pre-order straight away. But the pre-order is a 2-month period. War Cradle does the same. They have a month period of the pre-order. And that's getting you excited because you can see it. You can place your pre-order down, or you can wait, and it's there, ready. And you can go, oh, I can't wait. And you've got to build up that anticipation. You've got to build it up. Same with Mantic. They'll put things on pre-order for a month or so. I'm not so sure about Warlord Games though, because I've only just got into that company. And so you have this month of anticipation, and you can and ah about whether you want to get it or not. And you go, maybe I don't want to get the £200 starter set for Conquest. Maybe I just want to get the Yunori, which, by the way, in the starter player set is £180 worth of models. If you really want to get the starter set, get it for Radron, because that works out at something like £240 worth. That Quattle is 130 quid on its own. So, there you go. If you want to get the box, I think it's a fantastic bargain. You get all the Yunori for free, and you get a decent Radron army, okay? So, as I was saying, but you have this whole month or 2 months of building anticipation about getting it. You get to talk about it to your friends about the models that are coming, and you get to say, oh, this one looks really cool, I wonder how it plays. Well then, yeah, you can buy it now. You're like, wait, what? Where's the excitement? Where's the anticipation? And all the hype just comes from no one from Games Workshop because they don't know how to do it. A good way of doing this. And we see this in other companies too. Films, video games, books, comics, all of that. We see storylines, things that are to come months in advance, even years in advance. Borderlands, please can we have that war that was promised at the end of the pre-sequel? I went through that terrible game to get that high cliffhanger ending, and I want to know what's going to happen. Tell me now, Gearbox. And where was I? Yes, but we get all this anticipation. We get loads of build-up. We get hints and drops and stuff like that all months, like I said, even years in advance, building up the excitement to when the product drops. Now, there is a bit of downside because you can have real excitement for it, and the product is awful, right? It's just bad. I understand that, and you get that real let down feeling. More often than not, it's actually pretty good, and you get a nice payoff for your anticipation. And the thing about waiting is what many people, I'm a big proponent of patience. Patience is an important part of any hobby, or anything actually, is that it makes it better. Even if it's complete stinker, like it's really bad, the anticipation can make it a lot better than it really is. And you just play for it because you were excited for it and you wait so long, it just feels better. And then you'll probably get back to it and go, well, actually, this game's kind of bad. Or this book's kind of bad. But you built up and it just works. And same with, me being the autistic dickhead I am, I always eat the red sweets last. I actually put them in colour-coded order, by the way. It's including M&M's. I know they're all the same flavour, alright? But the red ones taste better. But I will eat the red ones last. Always do, right? Red ones. But because it always makes it taste better because I had to wait for it. As well as, when it comes to the Inori dropping in 2 months, the 28th of March. Super excited. I'm getting that 2-player starter set. Mainly because my lovely child decided that they want to do red one. And so they want the Quattro. And that's the thing. I'm the anticipation. I can't wait to get it. But I got 2 months. That means, let's think, I could put away £50 every 2 weeks and then get it, right? £2, £50 every 2 weeks, so £100 a month, and then it's there. It's not such a big expense. Whereas, £150, well, £145 for the Deathcore Quig box, oh yeah, here it is now. But basically, it was announced this year, and we're still in January. And okay, you haven't even had a month to put the money aside for £145. And that's the thing. People don't have the time either. Or £145 is a big deal for a lot of people. And putting £50 aside, every 2 weeks, putting £50 aside, that's doable for a lot of people. So that all of a sudden, a Conquest box, even though being £200, feels like a better deal because you could save up for it. You could put the money aside and you're not worrying so much. Whereas with Games Workshop, this sudden drop of models and miniatures and boxes, couple of weeks after announcement, kind of makes a lot of people go, yeah, do you know what, I can't really afford it this time, and they move on. And that's going to be a bad long-term strategy for Games Workshop. Now, look, I know I sound kind of negative about Games Workshop, but, however, that's because I was, and everything I've said is true. And no matter where you look at it, whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. That's true. So when people can now say Games Workshop, they're the market leader. If they're the market leader, everybody else would be doing this. No one else is copying Games Workshop. No other company is doing what Games Workshop's doing. They aren't leading anyone. If you look at the wargaming industry right now, you'll see many companies are all doing the same. Free rules, free data sheets, long pre-order times, get really, really embracing their community no matter what. And that's what everyone else is doing. But Games Workshop's we're going to alienate our community. We're going to do short pre-orders. We're going to charge you for data sheets. Okay, they do free rules for 40k, but people are saying, oh, they're not going to do it next time. If they don't do it next time, well, that just shows you they're not leading the market. They are still well behind everyone else. And then, of course, you've got the boxes and models and the people. All these other companies are trying their best to keep the pricing low for everyone else. Now, that's a video for another day. That's got to be a video for another day because that's long-winded as heck. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Have a great time. I hope you're all looking after yourself. And that's that. And if you want to save money on your wargaming, of course, there is Wayland Games down below, up to 20% off and free delivery after £20. I know I talk really fast because I tend to talk really fast, and that's it. There is Forbidden Planet as well. There's that for comics, DVDs, mangas, and there's my comics if you want to support the channel in a more personal way, especially if you want to see Little Red Riding Hood go absolutely ham on some Lovecraftian cyborg werewolves. That link is down below. There's also t-shirts, mugs, what everyone else does. There's also Skyforge, never forget Skyforge, good friend of mine. And finally, Patreon, because business. Bye-bye.